Hi there. For this video I'm going to be showing you the first part of assembling this lining. Once you get this first one down, all the rest of them will hopefully make sense. Because the fabrics can shrink, or maybe you didn't cut super accurately, the easiest way to make sure you're going to get a good finished result and that these pieces don't shift as you're sewing each one down is to mark them from the centers out. So I have a pin here. And I happen to like these pins because they're heat resistant, you can iron over them, they're flat. I just love these pins. Anyway, this piece is pattern piece B, which is going to make the front flap box part of the bag when it's open. And I have just folded the part in half, this piece, as you can see, and the pin is just marking it. I've also done the same for the zipper. And when you fold the zipper in half, the little metal stops on the zipper should line up, and so should the ends of the zipper if it's made correctly. But the most important part would be to make sure those metal ends are equal to each other when you fold it in half, because that's what's going to matter at the end of this when we get this bag done. So what I do is I put these two pins together. I've lined up these centers, and the zipper is face down now, by the way. Can you see this? Okay, so the zipper is face down. And I've put these two pins together, and I just love these Wonder Clips for this. So I'm holding that. I'm going to put a clip here, right next to the pins. Make that nice and flat. And then I'm going to put one over here on the, on the other side. Okay. And I'm still going to leave those two pins in there, because now the last piece is the lining fabric. And it's going wrong side down, okay? Or right side down, I'm sorry, right side down. And I just move the clip then. And it's a little bit easier to line all this up. So now everything is lined up from here to here, so you can remove these pins, and then you can pin down the rest of it just with Wonder Clips. Now I usually just put a few in, because you can hold the rest of it when you're sewing. And put one down here on the end. And now you can see when we open this whole thing up, kind of pretend, so you can imagine why we're doing it this way. This will be what the first part of it will look like. So here's your lining, the zipper, and then here's the inside lining of the first pocket. Now, I like sewing with these zippers down, so I'm going to move that zipper down a little bit. And again, I don't use a whole lot of pins when I sew, but I do put one in here because I like everything to be perfect. So I'll put one pin right on the end, facing this way. Hope you can see that. Facing this way, so that when I'm sewing it and it's going into my sewing machine, I can pull that pin out easily. Does that make sense? Anyway, we're off to the sewing machine.